So I just got done watching the final episode of the 60th anniversary called The Giggle, and I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to think, but I do have a lot of thoughts. So with that all out of the way.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
So what the heck just happened? What? Okay, just fair warning. Warning now, spoilers ahead. I just, I don't know what. Okay, so let's talk about the overall episode. I thought the episode was amazing, actually. Like, it was great. It was a great episode of Doctor Who. The best episode of Doctor Who since probably The Doctor Falls. It was incredible. I was engaged throughout the entire time. I thought the story was really good. I felt like the toy maker was absolutely fantastic, like a really great villain. Neil Patrick Harris did an excellent job portraying the toy maker. Also, this episode just shows why David Tennant is one of my favorite doctors of all time. He's my second favorite, but he did such a great job. He is the Doctor. Like, I really have just missed David Tennant, and I just missed the Doctor acting like the Doctor. Like, in my opinion, the 13th Doctor didn't really act like the Doctor. So it was nice seeing David Tennant come in there, act like how the Doctor should. But just great writing overall. The stakes felt really high. The music was fantastic. The directing was fantastic. Everything in this episode was just fantastic. But I gotta talk about this part because this is just on my mind. So we have something called bi-regeneration now. The Doctor split into two people. Like, what? What? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to process this. Like, we've never seen this before. I've never even heard of a bi-regeneration thing. Is that something that's been known to happen sometimes? Like, I know the Doctor Who lore very well. At least I feel like I do. I've read many Doctor Who books. I've listened to a lot of Big Finish audios, and I've never heard of bi-regeneration, unless I'm just forgetting about this. This is, I think, a brand new thing Russell T Davies has come up with, and I really don't know how to feel about it. I'm just going to be completely honest. It doesn't ruin the episode or anything, but I'm just trying to process, like, so is the Doctor now two people? Is the 14th Doctor still the 14th, and he's also the 15th? Like, do we have two 15th Doctor? I really don't understand. Like, this is weird. This is, like, I just don't know. And is the 14th Doctor going to eventually become Ncuti Gatwa after he's done in his retiring phase, I guess? I really don't know. And it looks like the 15th Doctor doesn't have any weight of anything that happened previously. Like, he just feels like a whole new person in a way. Like, all the trauma that he's had is finally he was able to let it go and process it. And it looks like the 15th Doctor really just is like a whole new person and just doesn't have that weight of all the crap that has happened over like the past many years. Also, let's talk about Ncuti Gatwa. My first impressions where he was pretty good. He looked like he was pretty good in the role. He was very doctory, in my opinion. It looks like he kind of has like a Captain Jack vibe to him, like the way he was like calling people love and honey. I think he used those words to call people that. Seems like he's a lot like Captain Jack in a way. I really don't know how I feel about him right now, but so far his first impression was just first impressions of him. He felt like he was a pretty good Doctor. He felt like he fit the role, and it seems like he's like a Captain Jack version of the Doctor. So I don't really know if I love or hate this bi-regeneration thing. It's just left me very confused, honestly. I feel like I need time to process this, and I might make a post on the community tab of how I really feel about like this bi-regeneration thing. The fact that the Doctor split into two, and I really just, they need to explain that a bit more. Maybe they did. I was just like just shocked. Like, I was like, holy crap, he regenerated, and then he just stopped. And I was like, what? And then they pulled him apart, and I was like, what? And then I was just like, what? I was like the exact same reaction the 14th Doctor had into turning into his 10th Doctor self. That was me during that whole sequence. I was just like, what is going on? What is happening? How is this possible? I just was really shocked, and I still am shocked. I'm still trying to process of like, there's two Doctors now, and how does that even work? How's the time stream not destroyed? It doesn't really make any sense. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't even know what to say. This is whole new territory. Well, it seems like the 14th Doctor is gonna be just in retirement, basically, just like live the rest of his life. I don't really know how. Not live. That's not true. He's taking a break, and I think it's a really well-deserved break. I mean, if you remember, the toy maker was going through all the things that has happened to him. He's lost so many people, which I loved all the references to all the past companions. It's funny enough, they didn't mention any of the 13th Doctor's companions. None of them died, but I just thought it was kind of funny. And they didn't mention the Timeless Child. Thank God. Maybe they did. I might have missed it. I don't remember. I remember the Flux was mentioned with the toy maker. He was like going through all the events that has happened to the Doctor since the last time he's seen Donna. And Timeless Child wasn't mentioned. I'm pretty sure it wasn't mentioned. Flux was, and I felt like, I really didn't really bother me. It bothered me last episode, but here I thought it was okay. And I love how the Doctor was just justifying like what happened to his companions. Like, oh, they lived a happy life. Like with Amy and Rory, they got sent back in time, but they did live a happy life. And then they talked about Clara, and then the 14th Doctor was justifying what happened with her, and then Bill. That's what I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see him just mention Amy and mention all these people. He mentioned so many people, not just like this things that's happened since the last time we saw Donna. Like they were talking about Sarah Jane, and like it was just the 15th Doctor's like, we've lost Sarah Jane. Like we need time to process this. The Doctor's lost so much, and he needs to process like all the things that have happened. And I really loved a lot of that. I wish he mentioned Susan, because his granddaughter's out there somewhere, and for some reason we have not heard from her, and that kind of pisses me off. But I love all the other references. Mel was in this episode. I don't really care for Mel, but I felt like the way the 14th Doctor was with her, I felt like it was really well done. And I just loved the one moment where the 14th Doctor sees Mel and he's just like, hello, hi, how are you? Like, it's just nice to see the Doctor just acknowledge his former companions, because sometimes the Doctor kind of, the way they like some people write the Doctor, it makes the Doctor come off as a different person, and only that face is attached to that companion. And that's just the vibe I get sometimes. And it's cool to see the 14th Doctor not act like he treats all of his companions equally. That's how I felt the 14th Doctor was here, and the way he was talking about his previous companions. I just like to see some of that sometimes. And that's why, like, in The Power of the Doctor, it bothered me that for example, like the 5th Doctor was talking to his 5th Doctor companion, and the 7th Doctor was talking to his 7th Doctor companion. It really should have came from the 13th Doctor, in my opinion, because it sometimes, just like I said, the way the Doctor's written, it makes it feel like each Doctor is a whole different person, and only that face can be attached to that companion. Just a little bit of a side tangent, but I just love the little details there in this final special. Also, I loved the unit in this episode. I'm pretty sure the unit is getting its own series. Maybe Donna's going to be in it, apparently. Maybe the 14th Doctor will be in it as well, or the 15th Doctor. I really don't know if David Tennant's now also the 15th Doctor along with Ncuti Gatwa, and I'm still wondering, like, what's going on with that? That's just weird. It really doesn't make any sense to me. I got to process that. I am like still so shocked of what just happened. I did not see that coming at all. That was just wild. And also, I love the interactions between the 14th and the 15th Doctor. I'm just going to call David Tennant the 14th Doctor. It just makes it easier. But they had great chemistry. And I just wish the 60th anniversary was just a multi-Doctor story from the start. I just all I wanted to see. I just want to see Peter Capaldi back, and I wanted to see Matt Smith back, along with possibly Paul McGann. But I'm just kind of over it now. But the overall specials to me it was kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the first special was pretty good. The second special was really just average and very frustrating, because Timeless Child was mentioned. And anytime that's mentioned, I get upset. And then this special was amazing, but it left me very confused, and I still don't know how to feel about this bi-regeneration thing. But it had many great moments. David Tennant was amazing. Neil Patrick Harris was amazing. The story was pretty amazing. The references were amazing. Ncuti Gatwa, so far, seems like he's pretty good in the role. It's hard to tell from not a lot of screen time, and also we don't even know how he's going to be with his new companion. Donna was just kind of there for me. Don't really have any positive or negative feelings towards her, that's how I've always felt about Donna. Unit was amazing. A lot of amazing stuff. But I need to have a conversation about what just happened, the bi-regeneration thing. I need to know what the fan base feels. So let me know down in the comments below. We need to talk about this. I'm still like, what just happened? I'm still confused. I'm still shocked. So I need to know how the fan base feels about it, so I could get more of a better grasp of how to feel about it. Now, I mean, either way, if like people like it or hate it, that's not gonna change my opinion. I just want to see what other people's reasonings of why they dislike it or like it, and maybe I can come to my own conclusion, because I just have many different confused thoughts of the bi-regeneration thing that just happened. I'm just like, holy cow. But I do feel a little bit optimistic about the future of Doctor Who, though, I mean, I'm very optimistic, actually. I was a little, like, concerned based off of the second episode, and I thought we were going to be exploring Timeless Children stuff. Timeless Child was not even referenced in the episode. If it was, I missed it. The Flux was mentioned, but it looks like all that crap is going to be just dropped, because the 15th Doctor is going to be, it seems all of his trauma is pretty much gone. I mean, his trauma is always going to be there. The people he lost is always going to hurt, but it's not going to be weighing him down any longer. And it seems like the 15th Doctor is a whole new person in a way. Also, does the 15th Doctor have this duplicate TARDIS? What was up with that? I was like, so the TARDIS split into two, but it looks like the 15th Doctor doesn't have the original TARDIS, and it's a whole new TARDIS, or is it not? I'm kind of lost on that. And if it's a whole new TARDIS, why can't you not change the police box? Like, what? So I'm gonna give this episode a 90%. Besides the bi-regeneration stuff, let's take that stuff out. I thought this was an amazing episode. This was the best episode of Doctor Who in years. I am so happy to be I'm just so happy that episode made me happy. I'm really happy that I didn't leave it frustrated, where I was like, you know what, that could have been better. This was just an amazing episode from start to finish. I don't have much complaints about like the overall story structure. I'm mainly just confused about the bi-regeneration stuff, but not including the stuff that confused me and I have mixed feelings on. This overall episode was just amazing. Well, so that was my jumbled and mess of a feelings thoughts of the episode, because I'm still like in shock and just confused, and I'm really wondering what they're going to be doing with this 14th Doctor now. Like, could David Tennant come back in future episodes? Like, what just happened? I'm just like, what is going on? What's happened? What have I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just like, I'm kind of pacing as I'm talking right now, because I'm just like, I haven't been in this much shock reviewing something since probably Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, this is some crazy stuff, and I don't know how to process it. I'm just really happy that I thought this episode was amazing, because I'm just happy to just enjoy Doctor Who again. Hopefully the future of Doctor Who is going to look bright. Hopefully no Timeless Children's mentioned ever again. Please, just hoping it's not mentioned. If it is, I'm just not going to like it. I'm just going to be pissed off, and it's not going to be happy for anyone. I don't like being pissed off. I like being happy like this. This episode left me being happy and confused. But talking about the overall 60th anniversary, though, I gotta say, it was pretty disappointing. First episode, pretty good, but nothing great. Second episode left me frustrated, pretty average. This episode was amazing, but does it really deserve the 60th anniversary label? No, because it doesn't feel that epic to me. I felt like this should have been much more epic in my opinion. It was cool seeing the toy maker that was a villain from the past, so it does kind of come full circle. We did have a little bit of a multi-doctor here with the 14th and 15th Doctor. Really wish we saw Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, though, and also I really wish we saw Paul McGann. That would be amazing. They're not getting much younger, so we need to see them all together back at some point. Tennant, Smith, Capaldi, McGann, all together doing something cool. Maybe Whittaker as well. Don't really care if she's there or not. She's my least favorite Doctor of all time, but many do love her, so I'm fine if she's there, as long as Tennant, Smith, and Capaldi are there all interacting at some point, along with McGann. Hope we get it, but yeah, overall, the 60th anniversary was pretty disappointing, but I am pretty optimistic about the future of Doctor Who. And also, I'm just remembering one thing now. The Master looks like he's going to be returning. Not too happy about that, because the Master was in the toy maker's golden tooth, and I really just want the Master to go away. Get someone else. Get the monk. Jesus, they're going to make the Master boring again. I'm tired of the Master. I'm so tired of the Master. We've gotten him in every season, basically. That's actually not true. He was not in the Matt Smith era, but we got him in the Capaldi era as Missy. Did really great stuff. Then we got him in the Chibnall era. God awful, and they just dropped all the character arc from Missy. It was just terrible, and I just don't want the Master back. I want him gone. I just want him gone for at least 10 years. Have him like disappear and then come back in like the 70th anniversary. But other than the Master possibly returning again, which is just like, ugh, I am pretty optimistic for the 15th Doctor and the overall future of Doctor Who.